For the New York Jets, I don't think you should be too concerned with week one of the NFL season. There's no need to overreact in terms of how your team played because, as I mentioned just a second ago, the San Francisco 49ers, they have a smothering defense, and Aaron Rodgers, he didn't look the best. That doesn't mean he's washed. He's just playing one of the best defenses in the NFL. So I think this was a bad week one to have, but as the season goes on, they'll be able to recuperate and kind of build more chemistry in game because you can have all the practice you want. It's different from actually being out there on the field playing a live NFL game. So I think as the year goes on, Rodgers will develop more chemistry with a guy like Garrett Wilson, who I believe only had 6 receptions on 11 targets. You know, some of those targets to reception ratios that can be fall to the QB, fall to the wide receiver. Most of the time, it's a mix of both. So with that, you know, Garrett Wilson will only improve and do even better because he put up great numbers with lacking QBs, and a guy like Alan Lazard, Rodgers already has a connection with, so you have a safe floor there as well. The Jets will only get better. I wouldn't overreact after 1 week, and with that, I think Breece Hall is going to have a good year. Aaron Rodgers is going to have a good year coming back. He's probably going to be comeback player of the year, really. And the Jets, I don't think there's much to worry about after week one. I think you're going to go on, and you're still going to be a really good team in the NFL this year. As for what their ceiling is, I'm not really sure because the AFC has so many great teams. The Chiefs, the Ravens, the Bills. There's so many great teams out in the AFC. We see it in the NBA as well. There's just unprecedented levels of parity. Talent-wise, everyone is coming in to these leagues now. And so it really makes it difficult year by year. Your Super Bowl window, it's not open for very long. So I don't know how open it is for the Jets right now. Do I think they could win? Yes. So you can argue that it's open, but is it half open? Because really, there's so many contenders in the NFL right now. We've just got so much talent in the league that I don't know what the proper ceiling for this team is. You could say it's the Super Bowl for sure, but in terms of floor, there's just a wide range of outcomes for the New York Jets. But overall, I don't think you should overreact for week one. You've still got a very good chance to hoist the Lombardi at the end of the year. You know, you've got a great QB, great supporting cast, great, amazing defense. So even if that wasn't really shown well against the 49ers last night, the Jets will be fine. That's all for today's episode. Thank you for listening. It's been State of the Association. I am your host, Nash Roberts. If you enjoyed this video, it would be great if you could find it in you to like, subscribe, maybe check out the full podcast on Spotify. Follow us on there. Follow us on Instagram. I know realistically this podcast isn't going to go anywhere ultimately, whether it's via the segments on YouTube or the entire podcast itself. But I want to get into the sports broadcasting business. I want to be able to promote thought-provoking discussions about the NBA, and I would love to do it via State of the Association. Thank you if you made it all the way through.